Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I'm Stylosa, and we're going to go on a magnificent tour. This is the Overwatch Travel Guide agency thing. We're like Thomas Cook, only way better because we go to fancy Overwatch locations. This is the Temple of Anubis, and what I want to do is talk about the map and give you guys like tips and advice, like share some of my experience with the way these maps are played and sort of ways you can play on these maps to make yourself more effective. So I'm going to just move through the map and we're going to talk about various positions and various things you can do when you get in those positions. One thing I do want to say to begin with though is whenever you spawn in the Sandcrawler or spawn anywhere on any map, please do not just run straight out of the doors because this is suicidal. There could be anything there. There could be Junkrat traps, mines, Widowmaker venom mines. It could be anything. You don't want to get hit and take damage straight away, then get killed pretty fast as a result of that, which is not good. So always check for that. So Temple of Anubis, what you need to look out for? Well, you need to look out for this primarily at the start of the game when you're on attack. There could be a sniper on here. There could be a Hanzo, there could be a Widowmaker, there could be a Pharah, there could be a Genji. Anyone who can get up to this, you need to look out for it because they're not very well protected. They can sort of hide here, but they might get a quick headshot on you if you come steaming out the gate at the start, or maybe take you out there. Also, this little flying ship, yeah, you can also get on top of this with Widowmaker and do damage. Also, Pharah could sit there as well. A little maneuver I like to do sometimes is I can sit here, get a quick snipe off, run, jump, grapple over here, and then I'm over here, and then do some work, and then maybe drop off. You generally don't last very long on there, but as the attacking team, you need to be aware that there could be a Widowmaker there. Also, carrying on the Widowmaker theme, this is a prime spot for Widowmaker on the defense. She can sit here, and she's got a great view there. She can just snipe people as they come through the doors. Bang, 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 bang. So let's go and talk about these doors, because this is the only way you can get into the first point on Temple of Anubis. This can be frustrating for new players, because you either go in this door or that door, and you either take a left or run forward or take a right. And the whole enemy team is going to be set up. There'll probably be a Torbjorn, maybe sitting here. Could be a Bastion over here. Could be a Hanzo sitting. Well, I wouldn't sit there if I was Hanzo. Well, there could be a Junkrat sitting here. I like to sit here as Junkrat because you can work these two doors. You can fire bombs down there, You can cushion mine, drop your trap. It's a bit ridiculous. So these little rooms on the side, if you're Symmetra, it's a good idea to put your turrets into these rooms. Now, there's two different ways you can do this. You can either gamble on them coming in one way and just fill it up completely with turrets. Now, this is a more common access point that an enemy team generally uses, because I think in most players' heads they see this as a safer route, because once you're in here you're kind of protected. So you will see Symmetras putting all their turrets in this room, which is fine, and it might catch people out once or twice. But if a Junkrat in the enemy team or a Pharah starts firing their weapons into here, they'll wipe all your turrets out, and almost all of your hard work has been destroyed. So what I like to do is maybe put a turret there, maybe put a turret here, maybe put a turret here, maybe put a turret in here. Sort of spread yourself out. And also, while we're still on the subject of Symmetra, where to place your teleporter? Well, you don't want to put your teleporter in here because it can get attacked, but you could drop your teleporter there because it's relatively safe, or round the corner here. What you've got to think with the teleporter is you want it in a position where it's not open to attack. There could be a good place for the teleporter. If you want to get up here, potentially you could do. I think you can get up there. Might not be the best idea, but you could do that. Also, you could drop the teleporter again in that room there. Down here at the back behind the point, also a really nice place because it's nice and protected. And again, you could drop maybe a couple of turrets down. There would be a good place as well. Also, with Torbjorn turret placement, people have been asking me quite a bit about this. Well, the general rule with Torbjorn is don't put your turret out in the open. So if you put your turret here, it is out in the open, but this is kind of a special map. They can only come through these points. So if your turret's here, it's not like it can be taken out unless they want to stand in front of the turret. Yes, they could stand behind a Reinhardt shield and take the turret out, so maybe it's not the best point. But that's what you need to consider, because again, you could start putting your turret back around here. This is actually a nice position for the turret. You might think, well, hang on, Sty, you don't actually get much. There's not many targets that you're going to be able to shoot at. But if they push onto the point, well, that's going to do work to them. I mean, this is if they've broken through the initial wall as well. Like, I wouldn't just set your turret up there straight away. I'd consider maybe setting it up almost here, so you can get them as they come through. Here would be a bit more risky. You could put the turret down here if you wanted to, but again, it's sort of a little bit risky. It might get taken out. So what do you do then on the attack here? Well, when you get through the door, a very simple tactic is Reinhardt's shield. Everybody moving in behind him, doing damage. You could have D.Va using her defense matrix to intercept projectiles, but it's just about rapid movement. It depends where the enemy team is. If you want to gamble and you want to just all steam through this side, maybe there isn't a Symmetra, maybe there's nobody protecting this, you get up into this place, well, then you can start attacking, maybe putting pressure on a Widowmaker there, putting pressure down onto the point. You've got control of this area. Normally, once you get into this position on the attack, you do tend to capture the point, and then you can move on. Also, you need to be aware of where the health packs are as well. This is something you will get used to. So there's a big health pack over here on the attack. There's a small health pack over here. There's another small there. There is, it's upstairs. There's a big health pack there. And then there's another small health pack just down. Well, I think we started with that, didn't we? Yeah, the small health pack down there. Now, moving on to the second point on attack. It's actually kind of interesting. This is a bit of trivia. This used to be blocked off. They changed this. There used to be a wall there, early beta, but they decided to change it because it really was a little bit difficult to attack. Because with just these two little choke points here, it did limit the attacking team's options. So what do you want to do if you're the attacking team? Well, you can consider using this position as a sniper. So if you've just taken this point and you're Widowmaker, jump up here, and you can see right down there in the distance, you can see to this point. This is where enemy Widowmakers could be. So if you quickly jump up, you've got to be aware that somebody might be waiting for you, because they like to sit here and be like, boom, headshot, boom, headshot. So you've got to be aware of that. And they can see all the way down there as well. As for actually attacking this, the safest way into this point is this. Because you'll notice you are protected from the main area. You're protected from anybody on the control point. Whereas if you're in the middle, you're not protected from that. And if you're coming down the side, you're probably going to get sniped unless the sniper's been taken out. So staying on this point here, if you move forward here, you can move into the left. Now there's a health pack there. It's only a small health pack. You can move around the side. You'll notice there is a big health pack under the bridge there. Which is in actually kind of a nice position. Because for the defenders to go down there and get it, especially when there's a big melee breaking out on this area of the map, it can be a bit risky for them. I think that kind of plays more into the attack's hand. Anyway, you can move around the side here. That is the way to their spawn. So you don't really... Well, you don't want to go down here, because what's the point? But you need to be aware that if you're in this area, somebody may come out behind you from the spawn there. This, though, is a great position to be in, because this flanks their spawn, and you can start firing on anybody who's around in this position. What you have got to be aware of, though, is here. There could be a Torbjorn turret there. There could be a Bastion. If they're sitting there and you just blindly run out into this point, well, you're going to take loads of damage, and you're probably going to die, because there'll be other people. And as I say, there could be a Widowmaker there. This is also a decent sniping position. I say decent because I'm not really a fan of it, because if you're standing here on attack, you're dead. If you're standing here on defense, they're probably going to take you out. But you can get cute with this. I mean, if you started off here and then maybe jumped down here, then pulled yourself up here as a Widowmaker, or landed on here as a Farah, or jumped up there as a Hanzo or something. Again, with that point as well, getting into positions where the enemy don't really know where you are is the best thing to do. Like, almost try and be unpredictable. Don't do the predictable thing. So this point itself, I really like. This is actually modelled off the Temple of Karnak, which I've been to, and it's quite a nice place, that is. Immense how they built that back in the day. But it's really... it gets really hectic in here. But you've got to just try and resist the urge of running out here into the open. This is generally not the place you want to be here. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be standing on this bridge. You want to use the attack paths that have been provided for you. You want to come around this side and attack from that way. Or you want to possibly... you don't want to go that way. You want to possibly attack from this way. Because you'll notice the maps have been designed so you can attack. I mean, look at this. That's a nice... And it's also got a horde symbol as well. I don't know if you noticed that, ladies and gentlemen. But you can also jump up here, and then you can get down into this area, which again is quite protected from what's going on the main point. Then you can move around to the side, flank the point. I think that's Temple of Anubis, ladies and gentlemen. It is, I think it's a nice... Well, in fact, I'll show you where the health is, actually, before we leave. So that you can see there's a large health pack there, which is in an interesting position, because you kind of have to run out of your way to grab this one. And a lot of, like, 1v1 situations happen here, because if you're out in the open... taking somebody on here, and then you're taking damage, you might want to run back and grab the health. They follow you in, and it's good times all around. This area, there's nothing special about this, really. It's just a nice little area where you can sort of hide away. Then we've got a large health pack there. You can come around the side here. Now, this is actually quite dirty. If you're McCree on defense, and you can manage to get around here, right, and they don't see you, and you get around here, and you sort of come up here, and you chill, and you wait for them to move, because a lot of the time, The teams will gather here and they'll get ready. You can come out here and you can give it all the "it's high noon" and just absolutely kill everybody. Also, there's a nice little... you can move around this area of the map, okay? So if you manage to get up here, you can get through this here and you can drop down into there and potentially pick that health up. You can also go through there. And as I said earlier, you can jump through there as well. This is a nice thing to know because you can... If you're D.Va... You can, or Pharah. I don't think Hanzo can get up there. Genji can, because Genji can double jump and get up there, but I don't think Hanzo can. Maybe he can, I'm not sure. I don't think he can, but like a D.Va definitely can. So D.Va can fly right up here and cut that area of the map out and then get in behind. Now this is really good for D.Va because remember, D.Va is a backfield disruption tank. So if you manage to breach the point here, maybe instead of going like this, what you can do is move yourself over here. And then, look at this. There'll be nobody here. I highly doubt anybody will be here. There may be somebody over there. But again, I wouldn't maybe expect that. But what I would expect is for there to be somebody here. So, you can fly around behind. And it'll probably be a Widowmaker. Kill her. And then you're looking on the point. And you can jump down onto the point. You can start taking out some of the supports. You could maybe work your way, jump over to here. Work your way into there. You know, there's a health pack. You can work your way down there. And you can just generally be dynamic. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. It is a basic overview of the map Temple of Anubis. And I'm going to carry on doing these videos, this sort of Overwatch travel agency idea, where we go to the maps and I just give you a general tour of the map and talk about little nooks and crannies and things you can hide. And I've actually forgot one health pack. There is a health pack there. Over here you can see that's a large health pack. Do remember that when you're on the attack. And also there is a small health pack there. And there's a large one over here as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. If you like the videos, then subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. And I'll catch you next time, people. Toodaloo.